Hi everybody, Lisa Carey from Make Your Business Simple. Today we are going to look at the 3 simple steps to understanding your current processes. So if you would like to like this video, comment, share it with any business owners, any entrepreneurs, anybody who you hear in business go, I just don't know what they do all day. So it's we're going to delve into understanding what it is people do in business and trying to get the most out of that. So the 3 things that we will be looking at are productivity, like looking at the productivity, identifying problems, and documenting what you actually do. Now, just before that, I am going to just say one thing. I'm really, really excited. I'm just about to launch my online program. It's basically how to make your business simple. And it'll be a 12-week program where I go through everything in great detail. A lot of the stuff that I go through in the Facebook Lives, I'll be going in great detail in that program. So keep your ear out for some more information on that. I'll be letting you know how that goes over the upcoming weeks, but very excited about that. So let's get straight into it. So understanding your current processes. Now this may sound stupid to some business owners. Why wouldn't you know what you do? Why wouldn't you know how you do it, when you do it, how much it costs, all these things. A lot of business owners don't, and they hire me to come into their business and actually do assessments for them. And that's obviously not right. Like, it's not going to be suitable for everyone. So I will give you a few tips on how you can do this within your business without hiring people like me. So I guess one of the big problems that I often find are people don't know what their staff are doing. They don't know where their time's going. They don't know how much particular activities costs them. And there is a simple way to try and find this out and then make decisions based on it. So the first thing here is to look at the productivity. Look at what your business actually does. Itemize everything that is being done in the business. And then if you have staff, or if it's just you, this is a great exercise for you as well. Do up a little bit of a job summary, productivity assessment, whatever you want to call it. Do it up and make sure it has certain elements in it. So I'll go through those now. So make sure you have listed the activity. So what is it people are actually doing? Have a frequency in there. How often are they doing it? Is it a weekly task? Is it a daily task? Is it a monthly task? Because there are a lot of regular tasks that get done that need to be, you need to know basically when things are happening. The next thing is how long it takes. So this will give you a good understanding of exactly how long each task is taking, and you can really make some good decisions based on this, because you can start assessing, particularly if you have more than one staff member, if people are doing it at different times, or you can look at the quality of the work, because obviously fast isn't always better at work, but sometimes it is, but it also might mean there is some limitations with people. They may need extra training, or they may not understand the system, or they may not know the quickest way to do things. So it gives you information there to understand what is going on with some of your staff. And then obviously one of the key things is, once you have how long it takes, you can then add in what the cost is. So if it's your time, you can put a dollar value on your time. If it's a staff employee, you can figure out their hourly rate based on whatever you're paying them, either contracted or salary or wages, whatever the case may be. So you then can times that by how long it takes them to do a task, and you will get the cost of that task. Now, the most important part, once you have all this information, and look, I would recommend giving it to all your staff, if you can, if you're really going to go and have a good look, or giving it to key staff. But you want the performers and the non-performers and different areas. If you've got different areas within the business, you want them all, like you want a cross-section of the business. Now, the most important part is analysing that information. So there's no point having the information there if you're not going to look at it. So have a look and see where things are taking a long time, where they possibly shouldn't be. See where things are very quick. Have a look at if activities are revenue raising, if they're not. So these are going to give you some really, really good pieces of information that you can then decide, okay, where do I want to spend some energy? Where do I want to focus on the improvement? My big tip here is if you are going to get staff to do this, please communicate with them. Like, people get scared. People are going to get scared if you start checking up on them. They're going to go, oh, is my job in jeopardy? And they start to worry, and they might fudge the figures, which is not actually good for you because it just means you're using data that's incorrect. So it's just about having an open conversation. Look, I'm just trying to figure out what we do, how long it's taking, where we can look for improvements, and there's no risk to your jobs. If there is, then obviously that would need to be worded differently. But yeah, so big tip is just make sure if you are giving it to staff, communicate it effectively with them. Okay, number 2 is identifying problems. So part of knowing what you do and how you do it is also knowing what isn't working. It's really important to know what is working, which is great, but it's also really key and really useful to know what isn't working. So any problems, any limitations, any issues, any conflict, like anything that keeps recurring, these are really, really good things to know when you're looking at your process, because again, you'll be able to identify where the areas for improvement are. Now, there are a couple of easy ways to do this. Often business owners, they kind of know where the issues are, so it'll be delving into those a little bit more. The productivity, when you're looking at your job summary, productivity assessment, whatever you call it, that's another area that you'll be able to identify issues quite quickly. Ask your staff. Staff are really, really happy to tell you when they've got issues. I don't know if you've noticed that, but they're the ones that are doing it every day. Or if you've experienced something when you're doing something, then that might become, you'll know that's a problem then. And finally, if you really want to, ask your customers. Do some surveys. Let them tell you what's working and what's not. They're the people that you really want to impress. So good to get the information from them. So that's number 2, identifying the problems. The third one is documenting it. So once you know what you're doing, you've got to make sure that everyone else knows what they're doing. And a good way to do that is actually documenting the process. And this can be in a variety of ways. It depends on the audience. It depends on the tasks. So you can do this via workflow diagrams. You can do videos. So you can get like Camtasia and products like that, where you can actually take screenshots of or screen footage of things as you go through a process, if it's an online one. You can do manuals, like hard manuals, or hard and soft manuals, and instructions. You can just have lists and checklists. Whatever the easiest way or the most relevant way for your business, it's really, really handy to have that documented somewhere so that people can really understand what it is that you're doing. And it'll also give you a good idea of, again, where improvements can be made. And again, if you are documenting the current way you're doing things, an important tip is to make sure that the staff are trained and it's communicated to them. There's no point like creating a great video you've spent ages doing and not actually showing it to anybody, or not training them on how or why you've made it. So an important tip when you're documenting your processes is to train and communicate. So that is basically, in summary, yes, the 3 simple steps to understanding your current processes are looking at your productivity, knowing what people are doing, when they're doing it, how much it costs, and analysing that information is a really, really good tool. The second one was identifying problems. Know where your issues are, so then you can actually resolve those and you can create better processes. And then, of course, documenting them. And our documenting, again, can be a variety of ways: videos, flowcharts, Word documents, checklists, whatever the case may be. That is a really, really good way to knowing your processes. So if you've liked this video, please like, comment, share it with any business owners you know, any entrepreneurs, anyone who is really frustrated and just do not know what their staff do not know where their time goes. this is a really good video for them. And yeah, keep watching for more information on my 12-week online program, Make Your Business Simple, where you will learn to systemize your own business. And yeah, we'll see you next time.